Moamo22 just subscribed with Prime. Hi yipe. Misadventures in Astro just subscribed for 20 months. Unfollow. Emote underscore NinjaGloppy hype train. The hype is off the charts now. Emote underscore NinjaGloppy hype train. The hype is off the charts now.
Explore in perfect visions like I've been here before. Falling faster, I try to ignore. I see you, I see you. Drag me to hell if you hold my hand.
Can you hear me now? Is this better? I think you can hear me now. I mean, it's kind of better, he says. Kind of. Not exactly. Now, in all seriousness, is it actually like better? Okay. That is good. Okay. As I was trying to say, thank you for that first from Mo and Misadventures in Astro and Mo coming in with the resubs. 43 and 20 months. Holy gravy, that's a lot of months. What did I do to deserve any of that? Because I just don't know. But thank you for that. Kicking off that hype train, and we found out that the alert was broken because it was just using it was just saying out the emotes, I guess. So I just removed that. I added it and then removed it. So I think I know what happened in terms of the microphone. So the other day I picked up a USB hub and moved a bunch of things into a hub because I was literally out of USB ports. And so I was able to move a whole bunch of stuff that was plugged into the front into the back, including 2 external hard drives, one of which is like a 22 terabyte drive, something like that. Which I don't see that one connected, so what happened? Hold on. There we go. That should help in a moment here. Device manager. Disk drives. I think it should be this one. Yeah, there we go. Now we see the massive one. Okay. So in terms of that, yeah, buddy. So I wanted to have a little bit of backup in terms of a secondary device that will hold all of my everything. So I have a server in the basement that has 11 terabytes in RAID 6. So it's actually 16 1 terabyte drives with one hot swap, or one hot spare, I should say. And that's on a stupidly old device. And I'm kind of like, do I keep using this thing? I don't know. So I bought the 20 terabyte so I can have another thing that I'm backing up to, along with the 4 terabyte, which I'll probably use for Astro data, since that'll have it'd be a little bit faster than an HDD. You have half a terabyte on just Saturn that you think you need to sort. hello. Is that Nix RL? He says, well, well, well. The other thing that I did was I went through and changed up the YouTube scenes, because before I was just running like my normal Twitch ones, just linked. But the problem is that YouTube copyright is so much different that I needed to make their own scenes. It's Bubba on a new account, I see. How come you keep going through accounts? This is like your like 5th or 6th account or something. Oh, that's funny. Which actually, we should get a shout out for Shark Geek, who I think is live right now. Well, you gotta learn not to do that. Gotta learn not to do that. Actually, let's do this. Where's Mo? Mo's here. He was here earlier. You still got beef with him? Oh, he'll beef. He'll beef. He'll beef. But yeah, so I changed up the YouTube scenes so that things that like blurp, which trigger copyright on YouTube, doesn't go there. So YouTube will be a little cleaner now. Yeah, so especially, and the thing that gets me the most is whenever you play the Titanic like bad flute one, that one triggers it. Because it's like close enough that it catches it. And yes, it is that twitchy about it. What's the Rocket League rank looking nowadays? Yeah, that one. Let's see if the rank bot works. I don't know if it does. I'm still GC. We're doing a bit of programming these days, so I'm not grinding as much. So I'm probably champ 3 at the moment. Alright, it looks like the rank bot is broken. The roles have flipped. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had time to grind. Between work, giving me extra responsibility in meetings, and planning for a wedding and selling a house, I've had no time. And I'll be going up for the Boston Major in like 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting married this year in a couple months in June. Also, if you haven't been here in that long, then do you even know what chat bytes is at this point? Do you know chat bytes at all? Oh, so you have no idea what chat bytes is. All right, we need to give a little demonstration of it. So let me get the overlay up. So I've essentially built my own version of crowd control for Rocket League. I am not affiliated with them. It is my own version. But just to help you like understand like from a concept what it does. So if I spectate this, so this whole thing, like I said, it's called chat bytes, but it can do crazy things like demo everyone, or you can add a ball, or you can do all kinds of crazy things. You know, you can give them all boosts. You can, you know, you could teleport everyone on the field. You can teleport the ball. What else can you do? Oh, we can also change gravity. Like, there's all kinds of things that we can do here. So if we change the ball gravity, you'll see that it just keeps... it keeps going in the line that it was going. Does it cost fish? Because we all know Moa sweat at getting fish. No. It costs a currency called Bytecoins. And right now we are in free mode, so anyone can do it. So if you go to my website, you can learn how to earn Bytecoins. So that's anything from following to redeeming channel points to subscriptions to bits to charity. All kinds of, like, multiple different ways to earn Bytecoins. And then you use those Bytecoins to make things happen. It works exactly like how you'd expect. So, like, for example, here's one called Zoomies. Everyone's zooming. They can't stop. How much money did you guys get with that one stream? Which stream? Because we've done it twice now. Are you talking about the one with the pro or the charity stream? Pro versus streamer. It was $150. But I also gave the pro, or the 5 gifted for participating. You know, for being kind enough to... Who's the pro? A Zapatos. We did a stream with him. And in fact, it's on my YouTube. That stream, if you want to go back and watch the VOD. All right, I need to add a YouTube command. Hold on. You going to Boston with an I made ACS shirt? I should. I don't know that I have enough time to receive it though at this point. Like if I order it. When did you start making videos? I've been out for way too long. Well, I'm not making videos consistently, but I am putting out stuff here and there. Yeah, for some reason I just did not do a YouTube command. And we are actually live on YouTube at the moment as well. All right, there we go. That's the YouTube. I miss being in my prime at Rocket League. I mean, I do too. I was GC2. You were top 6 and a sub for SSG. Now you're just a 2K SSL. What was your name on the leaderboard? It was like Lance, and you're in 2024. Well, what was your SSG name? What you used for that? It should be SSG Riot or SSG Lance. I feel like you're pulling my leg here. Because I don't see a Lance or a Riot on the SSG roster. Anyways. Is there anything new here? Like anything free? Probably not. Anyways. But what we're doing tonight, though, is we are working on the Bacchus mod plugin, where we are doing netcode stuff. All right. So what I wanted to do, some message generator. Alright, so we're gonna recompile this so we can see if we're actually sending a message or not. It was with LJ Hoxer in Chicago. Yeah, see, that's what I'm seeing for the historical roster. All right. Before we get back into this, I need to remember. Okay, so it's car scale that we did. All right. We're working on it, Misadventures. We're working on it. Obviously, it's broken. See, it's broken. Something's wrong. That's why I'm trying to fix it. But Bubba, what have you been up to? Also, Bubba, it's been since 2022. Did you hear about alternative crossbar sounds as well? The Bacchus mod plugin? That was wildly popular. Do you know I made it? I'm serious, I did. Look, ACS. Plugin by NinjaGloppy on Twitch. Yeah, well, actually, that one, I don't know if I made that one on stream. I may have worked on it, but initially I worked on that off stream. Okay. So we can see that we're sending a message of the effect GUID followed by a pipe value. So let's see, if I add in the rest of this stuff. Actually, let's do this. He does have a name. His name is Snacky. Yeah, there we go. Oh, misadventures. When you're talking about having a shirt made, I was thinking about it. It's gonna be February in Boston. I'm gonna need a hoodie or something. So that's a thing there. All right. You know, let's check out what the Boston weather is. Well, it looks like right now they're getting snow. And then by next week, it's going to be low 40s. I miss the old times. Are you done with the 3D modeling of your shark? Sort of. Yes, but no. Yes, in the standpoint of I am done for now with it. Like, I've used it for like motion capture stuff and whatnot. However, at the moment, I'm not currently working to get it into like animes here where I can like have the mouth move and all that, you know? So there's still work to be done on it. Ha! We got a big ball. Why won't they jump to hit the ball? There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So we've gotten more data now. So we've got the GUID and then 2 more values. Jinxie gameplay right there. I know. All right, so let's do this. Let's add the rest of the data in and make sure that all of that works fine. And let's just go one step at a time as we work towards more things, more functionality. So the next thing to do is after we do this, we're going to need to send the message. I'm pretty sure that's the... That's what we need to do. All right. Oh wait, let's leave that off for now. Let's make sure that we can get all of the data encoded in, or encoded correctly. Then we'll move on to sending the message. I know it's boring to have to do it in multiple steps like this, but you got to do it so that you don't introduce too many variables and you don't know what's going on. You know, like learning any new skill. You know. But Bubba, have you been watching any RLCS? Oh. Hold on. Something... I don't know if you can see this here. Just 1, 2, 3. So the 4th through, like, the last are just empty. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So okay, so here's what we need to do. So yeah, I popped on stream with Coconut for a little and said my thoughts about the gameplay and stuff. Okay. Wait, do you have a clip of this? Probably not. I can check though. Actually, hold on. Is there a plus null coalesce? Oh, that's interesting. Let's try that. It doesn't like that. Target. No. Oh, I guess I could check the length. That's one way to do it. Oh, I can check for empty. That's what I should do. If not empty, that's what I should do. I'm going to start posting clips and stuff on TikTok soon. I want to start being more consistent. I've just been posting pics of me playing against pros. Hey, if you've got anything to share, you can put them in the Discord. We've got it. We've got a Discord right there. Okay. Duration. Duration equals two ring effect get duration. All right. Here, I'll post a few pics of me in DC of me playing against 2K SSL. So I'm curious, when you were saying you were talking to Coconut, do you mean like you hopped in like a voice call with him, or were you like talking in like his Twitch chat? You were a guest on the TikTok stream. Okay, so you were like talking with him. With your voice. Gotcha. Alright, so let's look at this. So the duration was 20. Okay, I need to cast that to like an integer. Because like what I've built, I think would be great for pros and big content creators. Today would be the perfect day to test lag stuff. Havoc's internet was red and orange ping all day. Oh no! I'm so sorry. But how you doing, Landseed? Also, let me get you a shout out. Also, wait, are you still streaming? Are you still live? Because I know you were live earlier. You just ended. Gotcha. Oh, crashed the game, apparently. Macho came in, so you had to... Wait, hold on. Macho came into your stream, so you had to bail? Why did you have to bail? You can't let her see you stream? Is that what it is? You shy or something? I see that. I see that. That's awesome. Congratulations. Not really. Both Havoc and yourself were lagging, so we gave up on streams and games. Gotcha. No, but that's awesome, Bubba. Like, you put in a ton of work to get there. Okay, so that is good. So now, the format is right. Sending message. It's got the GUID and all the values. It's all thanks to me. How so? How is it thanks to me? You're the one that did the work. You know? Like you're the one that you know went and studied the game, practiced everything, practiced your flip resets. You're the one that put in the work. So why do you say that it's thanks to me? I was C1 when you were GC1, and you made me do stuff myself. You made me do stuff myself. You would give me tips, but not smurf me. You thought your school of fish. Yeah, you taught your school of fish right. Well, good. I'm glad I could help you and show you that, like, the only one that can make the change is you. Like, you have to be the one to actually do it and go through with it. And that is entirely life as well, you know. All of life is going to be like that. If you want to learn a skill, you got to go through and put in the effort. Don't rely on AI for anything. Like, just, you got to do the work. If you don't do the work, you're going to lose critical thinking skills. You're going to lose the ability to learn. You're going to lose all this stuff. I was the best mentor for you. Well, I appreciate that. Like, I'm only teaching you what was taught to me, you know, by my parents and my teachers in school and all of them that came before, you know. So, again, be proud of yourself for what you've done. Do you have any plans to try again, go back up? Or are you busy with stuff like school and whatnot? Okay, something about that is wrong. Busy with school, but I'm thinking about going pro full-time. I mean, I assume you're doing six mans and all that. Have you made it to the highest rank? I assume you have. If I would do RLCS to get my name back up again. I used to play once. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so something about sending the message was wrong. Let's try this. Let's try sending a test message. You trying to be a coach for the next best RLCS team? Coach or esports org owner? I don't know. I don't know. Right now I'm doing the content creator game, even though I'm not doing it very well, you know. But whatever you want. So, like, the thing that I'm trying to do right now is make a good product for content creators, as well as, like, something to bring life to Rocket League. So I've got a couple of goals for this. And the best way that I can describe it are, here are my goals. I want to do Miss Macho versus Gubberry. I want to get Lethamir to play. I want to get a full 3v3 pro team to play. Well, I want to get 2 pro teams is my goal. And my dream goal is to have this be on the RLCS broadcast. So I've got steps to get there. But you know, I've got goals. Like I want to make something fun for the game. Why is that not working? Let's check out this other plugin of mine. Because I had it working in a different plugin. If you become the org owner or coach next RLCS, we could get you that 2 pro teams. Hey. I mean, you could represent the School of Sharks. SOS. Okay, I need to look at how I did this. Because something's going wrong. Sending message generator. Because yeah, like I said, we did a stream with Fishy Dolphin, who's an SSL, versus Azapatos as a best of 7 1v1 with chat sending in crazy effects. All right, so let me pull that off to the side. And let me just see like what's different here. Okay, these are both threaded. We're using the same namespace. STD, make shared, netcode manager, CVAR manager, game wrapper, exports, STD bind, the function, this to discards. I can get 2 more people and subs if you're down. Well, I can't do it tonight, but we can always talk for the future. So when I do it, I want to make it like an event, you know, so that people are like ready and they, you know when it's going to happen. But I am down to make it happen. So what I did before is when it was 1v1, the winner got the prize pool, and the runner-up got 5 gifted subs on Twitch because Zap used to stream. That being said, if we're doing a 3v3, I would need to think about the prize pool payout, I guess, and how that would work. So either I can handle it like I pay the runner-up team $25, or I guess maybe 30, 10 each. That would make the most sense. And then the winning team gets the prize pool. But what I will say is that when we do these things, it benefits every participant. Oh wait, you were in ads, weren't you? How much did you hear? Almost nothing. Okay. So what was the last thing you heard before the ads? Because I was yapping for a while there. God, how do I like reverse my brain? Something about the 1v1. Okay, so when I did the 1v1 with Fishy Dolphin, who's an SSL, versus A Zapatos, the pro. What I did was the winner of the best of 7 wins the prize pool. And the runner-up got 5 gifted subs because it was a 1v1. So what I'm thinking is if we do a full pro 3v3, what I might do is I might use $30 from the prize pool for the runner-up so that each player gets 10 from the losing team, and then the winning team gets the rest of the prize pool. Does that make sense? I feel like that's fair, because at least both sides get something out of it for participating, for, you know, being subjected to the will that is Twitch and the internet. And then what was I gonna say? Yeah, and then we, like I said, we won't do that tonight, obviously, because no one's here. I want to make it like an event. But the other thing I was gonna say is that when it happens, it benefits the players to go out and advertise that they are participating in this match, right? It benefits them to get people to come and spend the money and you know, affect the game to help them. So if we do this, like, or not if, but like when we do this, like, it helps them to go out and like advocate for this event, right? Because they want people to help them so that they can earn money. You know, they have to, the more people that they appeal to, the better chance they have, right? So yeah. You got any people in mind? So I was talking about that earlier. And I think you were in the ads, but I have 4 goals right now for chat bites. So I want to do Miss Macho versus Gulberry, because they play together a lot. They both have decent sized communities. Like when they stream together, they've got 100 people between them. After that, I want to try and get Lethamir to do it. I think that will be a good testament of the hard work that was put in over the course of, I guess this is a year and a half now at this point of work. And then, like I said, pro team, and then end goal, if I can get there, the RLCS broadcast. That would blow my mind to have it on the RLCS broadcast. It would just be wild, you know. In any case, I do have one other streamer in mind that is willing to participate, and that's Candy, or Candy Kernel, which actually, let me give her a shout out right now. So one of the things I'm thinking about doing is if I go for creators, what I might do is a 2v2. And the reason why is that, let's say there are 2 creators that are wildly different ranks. What I was thinking is that each one could add a teammate that is the same rank as their opponent. That way it balances. So if you have like a champ versus a gold, you could have the champ add a gold, and the gold can add a champ to their team. And that will balance out, right? And ultimately, like, that will help things along. So if we do like any like creator clashes or showdowns, that was my idea for the format, is 2v2. Unless they're like sufficiently close skill, right? Like in the case of Fishy Dolphin versus Zap, like Zap was just wildly above him as a pro, but it still went to game 7, like with chat helping Fishy. Like Zap had like no one helping him. And that's one of the things that we learned, is that like it benefits the contestants to get people to come help them in the stream. And Fishy wound up winning $150 that night on the show match. So, you know, not bad for, 7 games of Rocket League. Right? So I feel like, I think he came out pretty well on that one. Okay, so we need to, we need to figure out what we're doing wrong with the netcode plugin here. Because something is wrong. Alright. Alright. So character limits, we know that. Oh, and there's a log level? Let's pause the music for now. All right, so that was, that was a CVAR, if I remember correctly. Now, granted, this video is like 5 years old at this point. Netcode log level? I'm pretty sure that's like what he just said. Maybe I mistyped it. Oh, god damn it. It was netcode. Okay. So let's see if we can figure out what's going wrong here. I didn't really see anything there. If you want to become a coach or an org owner, let me know. I'd be down to play for you and I could get some people. You know, as far as a coach, I do not know that I have enough. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I would be a good coach for you guys. Okay, so here's why I don't think I would be a good coach. A, I've not reached SSL before, so I feel kind of unqualified there. However, that being said, in terms of what a coach can provide for a team of players, is more time than I am able to give now, if that makes sense. Right? Like, in terms of stuff like setting up scrims, going over replay reviews, you know, working on personal lives and problems and all that stuff. 100% right. As fun as that would be, you know, that would be, that would be great to be able to do. I don't have that amount of time. In terms of an org, one of the things that we would have to do is figure out some sort of way of representation, or not representation. Like what would be the what would be our contract, right? So like, it is a contract, you know, like obviously as an org owner, I'm streaming, like I would be doing a lot of the content, stuff like that. I don't know exactly what my responsibilities would be. But then we'd also have to, understand that, like, if let's say we do this and then you guys make a bunch of money, what do I get from it, right? Like, what do you guys get from it? Those are all legal questions that would need to be figured out before we do anything. That being said, it could very well as simply start off as I stream, you guys play for, the School of Sharks, the Twitch stream, and it could be as simple as that, right? But in terms of like how simple that would be, in terms of stuff like representing the stream and stuff like that, like obviously, like, you got to be on good behavior, you can't get yourself in trouble, don't go representing the org in a bad way, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that we would need to figure out in order to do that I'm at the moment unprepared to answer those questions. I do think it would be cool. However, one of the things is that esports orgs lose money, right? So if I were to create an org, you guys would have to be self-sustaining, right? Like, you would have to be doing the content grind along with your schooling and practicing and scrimming and playing, right? Like, none of that goes away. All of the best Rocket League pros all do content as well as playing in RLCS. Like, all of the good orgs, their players do content, right? Like, they will have to go hand in hand in order for us to do well, if that's a thing we would want to do, right? So that's like, those are just things that are on my mind thinking about this for the 5 seconds that we've been talking, right? Also, I would have to talk to everyone that would be, like, quote unquote on the team, if you're on a team and all that. So, but yeah, that is a future conversation that I'm not quite ready to have at the moment. That being said, let's get back into watching this. All right, we're here. Yeah, we just saw that. Yep. That's what we're doing. Plug in stuff. Okay, so it's Cinderblock Netcode Manager. All right, so he said what? All right, which I think I have that. I'm pretty sure. But let's download it anyways and double check. Okay, so let me get this into Rocket League. Netcode Manager. Let's bring this over here. Rocket League. Okay, so it's a .h and a .cpp file, which I can bring into Rocket League. Oh, also, Bubba, did you know that I also do astrophotography? Did you know that? So I have 2 telescopes that I use to take photos of the night sky. And with them, I take photos of things like nebulae and galaxies and all that stuff. So here is one of my latest images. And you can zoom in on details. Actually, I don't know if it loaded all the details. Yeah, this is real. This is real. Actually, let me load the other image because it's got better detail. Because it's absolutely massive. Yeah, so this is an image that I took. Like, you would think that, like, this is like a Hubble image. It's not. Okay, that image is way too big. But here's another one that I took. There we go. Now I can zoom in. But yeah, check this out. Nah, ain't no way that's real life. Yeah, this stuff is just up in the sky, you know? All we gotta do is point telescopes at it in order to see it. So like, if you know the constellation Orion, this is the Orion Nebula. It's like just below the belt. Like, there's just so much detail. How much you pay for the telescope? The answer is yes. I paid a lot. Here's the Andromeda Galaxy. Set my spawn point there. Well, you know, in a couple billion years, you need an Astro emote. I do. Actually, you know what other emote I need, Misadventures? I need Bytecoin. I don't have a Bytecoin emote. And I need one of them. Yeah, right? You know what? Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Viewer rewards, emotes. Let's fix it. Let's get an emote for Bytecoin. Where did I put it? That would be under development. Rocket League. Graphics. Maximum file size of 1 meg. Resolution up to 4096. Okay. So 4096. JPEG. 95? 94? 90? Alright, so then let's come here to streaming. So be emotes. It'll be the Bytecoin emote. Oh wait, I want this as a PNG, not a JPEG. You're still stunned those are real. I know, like just look at all this. Like it's wild. Actually, hold on. There's another image I want to show. So this one is the constellation the Pleiades, named the Seven Sisters, which, fun fact, is also the logo for Subaru cars. Last year in October, there's an event called an occultation where the moon passed in front of the Pleiades, just like this. And so what's cool is that this gives you perspective as to how big, like, the Pleiades are. Because the Pleiades and Andromeda, both of these images were taken with the same telescope and the same camera setup. So the other cool thing is that the Andromeda Galaxy, which goes from edge to edge in the frame, and then you see the moon. The moon is like 1/6 the size of the Andromeda Galaxy from our perspective. Like, obviously, the Andromeda Galaxy is way, 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 way larger in real life. Like, in actuality. But from our perspective, it is only 6 times larger than the moon. But on the flip side, if you go outside and you look at the moon and you put 6 of them in a row, that's how big the Andromeda Galaxy is. That's another way to think about it. Never knew Unc was this smart. I mean, I've learned things over the past couple years, you know? Like, it's been a fun exploration into the universe and learning about like the methods by which we explore these things, the science behind it, even my own like personal exploration, right? So like when I first started, I had watched a bunch of YouTube videos and I heard about this thing called the Messier list. This guy, Charles Messier, way back when, made a list of astronomical targets. So a lot of like some of the bigger nebulae, galaxies, and all that. So when I was first starting, I was like, all right, well, let me see what targets are out there, right? Like, let me explore this list. So I picked one that was a galaxy, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go out and let's image this galaxy, and you know, and whatnot. Now, granted, the image I'm about to show you is from many years later when I got much better at it, but this is what I discovered. So this in the middle was the target. Just this. It wasn't until I imaged this that I discovered this entire chain of galaxies called Markarian's chain. I only knew this as M86. It was a galaxy, and it was bright enough and large enough for me to be able to pick up with my telescope. Actually, I think I was using a camera at the time. But then when I started capturing more data and getting better telescopes and gear and whatnot, it's like there's so much more out there. Like, that was a moment of discovery for me personally in my own personal journey, which is why I have multiple telescopes, or 2 telescopes now. Like, here's another one. This is the Veil Nebula. And it's... I need a telescope. I know, right? Now, granted, the photos that I do take a long time. So, for example, this photo is 14 hours worth of data. So it's not a single photo, and you probably, I don't know about this one, but most likely you would need a camera to be able to pick it up. At least for most nebulae, they like aren't bright enough that you can just see them naked eye. There are 1 or 2, and I'm sure Misadventures in Astro can tell me if there are any more.
I have returned.
Hey, it's a Dave. Dave, we're just regaling Bubba about astrophotography. So Bubba is Nix RL 27 in the chat. But welcome on in. By the way, Designed by Dave and Misadventures in Astro are both astrophotographers as well on this platform. And they will answer any questions that you have. But yeah, I was just telling them about my yeah, there you go. About my my journey into astrophotography. Uh, 1600? Sounds like I might have found a new hobby. Well, I hope you have. Well, I shouldn't say this. I am glad that you have found a new hobby. It is awesome. You can also use it to take, you know, to even do visual. Like, you don't have to do photographs. You can do visual astronomy, where you just look at things like the planets or the moon, right? Like, I don't remember when this happened, but there was a time when Mars went behind the moon, and using my telescopes, I captured the moment, but when it went in behind the moon and when it reappeared on the other side. But yeah, the night sky is a magical thing to like learn about, you know. And I am also very happy that we're in an age where space flight is becoming regular. You know? Like, so much stuff is getting launched. That like imagine being at the time when like Orville and Wilbur Wright were first flying, right? When airplanes started to become regular flights that we could just take when we wanted to. We are approaching that point with spaceflight. All right, we've got a new message, or a new emote. But where do we put it? What do we remove? We don't need mood. What emote should we remove for Bytecoin? Actually, we don't need this one, because we have the animated lurk. Hey, there we go. We got Bytecoins.
Are you saying boo or boo-earns?
I was saying boo earns.
Alright. But also, misadventures, I don't know what to do for an Astro emote. Gotta think about that. Like, do I do like... Yeah, but see, the problem is my Dark Shark image isn't that good, in my opinion. I need to do that one better. Like, I think I overstretched this one. Like, here's a different edit. Get good. Yeah, I'm trying. I would image it more, but it's like below houses right now. Yeah, I need to do it better. That looks like Rayquaza the Pokemon. I mean, kind of. Alright, let's clean and rebuild this. I'm gonna get going to bed here. When's your next stream? Well, with Twitch, you can add notifications if you change that bell from the automatic to, like, I think it's like always or something. But my new schedule is Sundays and Wednesday, or Sundays and Tuesdays. I almost said the wrong one again. Like I said, Sundays and Tuesdays. And then next, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday, I'll actually be up in Boston. So I don't know if I'm gonna stream while I'm there or not. I don't know. I don't know how to IRL stream, so we'll see. Or if I'll even be able to, like, from the major. Definitely stream. I feel like I should. But anyways, so yeah, that's when. Also, like, if you're subscribed on YouTube, which I saw that you were, you should get notifications when I go live on there. If you're subscribed on there. So, you know, you use those notifications because they help a lot. But yeah, Tuesdays and Sundays. Sundays I start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays I start at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. So let's get back to this here. It's been good catching up. You're going to go to bed now. Have a good night. I hope you have a wonderful night as well. And thank you for stopping in and catching up. And, you know, I hope to see you next time. pretty sure it's 17. I'm pretty sure. I think it's higher. Yeah, we're higher than that. All right, let me double check. Chat bytes. .h. Okay, we have netcode manager. Yep. Actually, hold on. I have... Yeah, we should be fine. I wonder if that's what's going on here. But why would that make it crash? That's what I don't understand. Um, let's restart and see if something happened where it didn't load properly. Bup, 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 bup. Alpha console requires update. Okay. I don't see anything about I don't know what that means. Oh, that did something weird. My game's frozen. Okay. Mo, that sounds like you recording that. Did you record that sound? Like, that literally sounded like you in my brain. What did you do, sir? This isn't what I wanted. Edit Notepad++. Oh, is it auto exec that I want? This is what I'm looking at. Oh no, plugins.cfg. That's already in there. Actually, while we're here, let me do this. Let me go to plugins. Let's delete Alpha Console because it sounds like it needs an update. I mean, we're already here. Let's search for Alpha Console. Yeah, this one. 108. Okay, so it'll be installed the next time we launch. But how you doing, Mo? What's new? Not much. Kids, work, and all that. Yeah, I get it. Did you watch any RLCS over the weekend? Energy, do energy things. Okay, that didn't... That didn't output anything. What am I looking? Oh, CFG. There we are. I want config. I want to see if I can like get it to tell me like what's going wrong. So we're going to try it again. All it said is sending message. Didn't say anything after that. Yeah, I think we got something like this, where the message was the class name, and then the message. All right. Okay, match authority. I don't know if it's receive message or what. Where is this used? Find all references. Okay, parse incoming message. Wait, but where's the send message? Log message data. Let's do this. Let's log netcode manager parse incoming message. Where does it actually send? The message. That's what I want to know. Unsuccessful load detection. I don't think that's what I want. Outgoing message CVAR. Right here. So it sets CVAR message out. Find all references. Okay, here we go. Here. Okay, it's doing it in the header file. Wait, no, it's not. That's just a define. So that's logging. How does it actually work? Oh, maybe it's like... Maybe it's like some sort of like shared memory or something. Because like I'm just... Let's try this. Catch. Like, we're just sending a single character, which should be fine. Netcode manager, but the netcode plugin is ready to go. All right, so all right, so netcode. Is that the latest version? Is 1007? Huh? 105 is the latest one? All right, whatever. I don't... I don't know what to do. Like, it's just not right. You know? I guess I'll try installing it by ID. And like redoing it. Netcode is 166. Plugin is not loaded. I don't know. Like, didn't seem to work right. Like, I think like the plugin itself is just like broken or something. Like, let's restart the game. Because, like, everything I'm doing should work. Like, I even have it in a try catch and it's not catching. See, something's broken. Like, I don't see the plugin file there. Like, I feel like something in Bacchus mod itself is just broken. Yeah. So let me do this. Let me... Yeah, let's reinstall this. Let's reinstall this. Okay, well, this isn't good. What did I break? Too many hearts. Well, welcome on in, BitGamey. How you doing? Big Amy in the house. No, this isn't what I want. I want plugins.cfg. Nope, I don't want that one either. Not bad, thanks. How am I? I am wondering how I broke stuff. 'Cause I've broken it. I've broken it to the point that I can't even... I know, right? I've broken it to the point that I can't even open Rocket League. So let's remove these. Yeah, I can't even open Rocket League. Oh, is that the the partner push emote for BitGamey? Because we do have a future Twitch partner in the house. Just so you know. Yes, you. Here's hoping. Alright, let's reinstall Bacchus mod here. Bit pushy. Hey. Look at that. Look at that. Bit pushy. Also, Big Amy, are you excited for Rise of Piracy? Because I know I am. And that is coming out on the 24th. I know. All right, 108. Installed by ID.
Watching as we're pulled apart, staring out could be the last time. Faces drawn but can't escape, holding on for better days.
Do we, when it goes to early access, will that mean that like everyone that buys it on Steam will have access? Excellent. Because I plan to play it. Uh, 523. Plugin manager just doesn't work. Alright, I think we need to restart Rocket League here. How hopeful are you that this can be fixed today? Are you talking about what I'm with fixing Rocket League itself or fixing my plugin? Rocket League itself? Well, Rocket League is running. However, the plugins that I use don't seem to be installing. So there, I think it's a problem with the plugin manager itself. So I think what I'm going to have to do is manually install some plugins. Well, the thing is so there's this thing called Bacchus mod, and we have this Bacchus plugins website. However, it's supposed to come with like a manager that can like download stuff from the website, but that seems to be not working. So it's not Rocket League itself per se. So like if I do this, I come here. I think if I put it there. Data and plugins. Extract here. So then let me download this one next. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. 5, 2, 3. Okay, so now what we see here is we have this, and this, which were not here before. So theoretically, restarting Rocket League, these should now be installed. And if we come here, I can see Alpha Console. Hey, there we go. So Alpha Console's updating. So turn on alternative crossbar sounds. Manual installs for the win. Along with the netcode plugin. However, what that means though is I need to recompile my plugin for chat bytes and then restart Rocket League. All right. So we're making progress. We're making progress. Hello again, still modding. Yes, we are. We're fixing stuff. Okay, so now if I come here, I have chat bytes, which we can load. Netcode Manager has successfully detected that Netcode plugin is loaded, ready to go. Hey. Okay. So now if we create a private match, come on in. Hopefully this will not crash now. Yet it crashes. I don't know why it's crashing. Like, I can't catch the exception, whatever it is. And I can tell you for sure that it is this line right here that's causing the issue. But I don't know why. We saw that netcode was loaded and ready to go. So, like, you know, let's try this. Let's see what happens if we comment that out. Okay, so we have that in still. So theoretically, this should not set it. I wonder if maybe the CVAR is wrong or something. Like if the CVAR is wrong. So if my theory is correct, this should work. I don't know why the ball stops when I change the scale, but my theory was correct. Or at least close. I think it's correct. So we didn't crash. But here's what I want to do. So this right here, this get CVAR, I think is returning a null value. I'm like 90% certain. Um, the good old null value. Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. If not out CVAR log could not find netcode outgoing CVAR, else set the value. So my hypothesis is that this wrapper is null. Which, if the wrapper is null... Okay, actually, there are two things that can happen here. One... Okay, there are three. Technically, there are three. First one is that the CVAR is there, and it works fine, and it sends a message. We know that's not happening. We know that can't happen right now. Second thing is... we get the CVAR, and the CVAR... or we try to get the CVAR, and the CVAR is null, and we log a message saying the CVAR is null. The last thing that can happen is perhaps the CVAR manager is null. So here's what we can expect. If the CVAR manager is null, on this next test, the game will crash. If the CVAR manager is not null, but the CVAR itself is, the game will not crash, but we will have a log message saying we can't find it. So those are the two things that I suspect can happen at this moment. And we just need to find out which one is actually being triggered right now. That's not at all what I meant to click. All right. Place your bets, chat. What do you think it's going to be? Oh, it could be the CVAR manager. Well, yeah, something's null. Yeah, apparently you equal null. You are nothing, Silver. Will this compile? Is that a CVAR manager wrapper? So if this is the case, oh crap. No, I gotta stop. I was supposed to return. It's not gonna log because it's not fast enough. It's not fast enough to log and then crash. So we gotta do this. And recompile. You blame me. Well, yeah, I'm to blame. I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame on that one.
Everyone blame it on Barry.
Blame it on Barry. Yep. I'm, you know, Bury blame. Okay, that was interesting. But we've seen that before. So that's not really anything new. What is happening? Hold on. Let's rebuild the plugin from scratch. All right, this is good. All right, this is good. You know that thing where the light switch is half on? That's your brain right now, and mine. Yeah, it was. I was very confused because it's not like anything changed. What? Huh? It crashed. I forgot what that means. I think it means we got here and I didn't log it. So, if it got here, I don't know what that means. I don't know what our options would be if that's the case. We're gonna try it again and find out right now. It crashed in a way that I didn't think it was going to. Okay. So we see here, it says the message got the CVAR and sending the message. The problem is the netcode plugin itself. The problem is the plugin itself. It's not my code. So it's this right here. Because out CVAR, time to file a report. I mean, it might not be a bad idea. Let's see if we can find the... This is netcode manager. Do we have a repository for netcode? Hold on. So it's a couple years out of date. But I mean, I can try reaching out to him on Twitter. It's supposed to be into date, not out of date. So, Cinderblock, through all of his work on like Bacchus mod and plugins and stuff, he got himself a job at Psyonix working on Rocket League. Yeah. So the netcode plugin. Actually, let's do this. Let's assume I'm doing something wrong. Let's start there and assume I'm doing something wrong. Let's go back here and let's go all the way back to installation and watch this from the beginning. So, hey, misadventures, you and your sass. Which, by the way, this UI is out of date. So this is an old video from 2020, 6 years ago. You guys probably can't hear this, can you? All right, let's do this.
Manager class will handle the netcode plugin installation automatically for anyone using your plugin. More details about that in the plugin development section of this tutorial. This plugin piggybacks off of the in-game chat system to send invisible text strings. Any message that is sent by either the host or a client will be automatically replicated to every other client. Because this plugin utilizes the chat system, all players in the LAN match must have chat set to allow all.
Wait, what? Hold on. Let me... Oh, you know what? If it piggybacks off of the chat system, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Rocket League has updated since then because they've added like filters and stuff for the chat. And can it piggyback if there's only one player? Probably. And here's why I say that. Because in the past, I have... in the past, I was working on a plugin that was like a remote control plugin where like you control another car from your perspective of like your car. So you're like watching it third person. And I was doing that locally with this like last year. But hold on. Quick chat, allow with everyone. I have that on. So I have it all on. Oh, see, that's under gameplay, but that's different. I think they moved it. Just a random thought as I eat dinner and watch. Yeah. I mean, it's a good thought. So let's continue watching.
Do not have any of the other players muted. Another very important note. Messages are limited to 128.
I just want to go back to the beginning and watch this
The
again.
netcode plugin is a useful tool for plugin developers and workshop map makers to replicate custom events between the host and clients in custom LAN matches. It allows two-way communication, meaning the host can send custom messages to clients, and the clients can send custom messages to the host. Installing and running the plugin is very easy.
Yeah, they did Among Us.
Open the Bacchus Mod settings menu, navigate to the plugin manager, and choose Install by ID 166. If you're making a multiplayer workshop map with this plugin, make sure everyone does this installation themselves. If you're making a multiplayer plugin, the Netcode Manager class will handle the Netcode plugin installation automatically for anyone using your plugin. More details about that in the plugin development section of this tutorial. This plugin piggybacks off of the in-game chat system to send invisible text strings. Any message that is sent by either the host or a client will be automatically replicated to every other client. Because this plugin utilizes the chat system, all players in the LAN match must have chat set to Allow All and should not have any of the other players muted. Another very important note, messages are limited to 128 characters total. The chat system will only send the first 128 characters of any message, so you'll miss out on data if your message is bigger than that. Plugins and workshop maps have different specifics about their character usage, which will be explained in their respective sections of this tutorial. Please pay special attention to those parts. For debugging both workshop maps and plugins, Netcode plugin, and Netcode Manager for plugin developers, comes with a netcode log level CVAR that you can set to display varying levels of logging. The values range from 0 to disable logging, up through 3 for the
Which
most
we did
logging.
that earlier, but it didn't help us.
That's all for the intro. If you're interested in using this for plugin development, that's
Which
the
is
next
what we
section
are.
of this tutorial, so hold on for just a second. If you're interested in using this for workshop maps, skip to this timestamp. Utilizing the Netcode plugin is pretty simple for plugin developers. First, you will need to pull the Netcode Manager class from this repository and add it to your project's directory. There will be a link to the repository in the description. Make sure you include the files in your Visual Studio project and add include netcodemanager.h to your plugin's header
Which
file.
we've done that.
Also, make sure you set the C++ language standard to C++ 17.
We're on 20, so
Next, you should
that
create a
shouldn't
shared
matter.
pointer to store the Netcode Manager. Netcode Manager does not have a default constructor, so you will need to construct it in the onload function. To construct it, pass in the CVAR Manager, Game Wrapper,
Which we've done all
export,
this because it
and
loads.
Message Receiving Handler, which I will explain next. CVAR Manager, Game Wrapper, and Exports are all part of the plugin by default, so you can just pass those in as is. The Message Receiving Handler has a specific signature, return type of void with 2 parameters, a const standard string reference for the message, and a pry wrapper for the sender. So here I will create a function with that signature and call it onMessageReceived. Then I'll pass that into the Netcode Manager constructor using standard bind with 2 placeholders at the end which will receive the parameters from a new message.
I'm just
I'll
watching.
include using namespace standard placeholders here to help keep the code clean. When the Netcode Manager is constructed, it will automatically check for the Netcode plugin DLL and load or install it from Bacchus plugins if it can't find the file. If Netcode plugin can't load for whatever reason, Netcode Manager will disable itself and report errors based on your log level.
Which we're
This
not
means
seeing.
You don't need to tell people to install both your plugin and Netcode plugin. Sending a message is very easy, but has some specifics that you need to watch out for. It's as simple as netcode send message along with the message. However, as I stated in the intro, the message is limited to 128 characters total. This means your message itself cannot be 128 characters. In order for Netcode plugin communication to work, there's some necessary
We tried
formatting
sending a
that is
single
automatically
character and it
added to
wasn't
your
working.
message. For illustration purposes, this example only shows 32 characters. Every message that you send through the Netcode Manager will include 6 characters plus the length of your plugin's class name. The PCPH header is information that is internal to Netcode plugin, and the plugin class tells receivers of the message whether the message is intended for your plugin or for a different plugin. All of this is automatically handled inside either the netcode plugin or the netcode manager. This leaves all the remaining characters available for a message. A smaller plugin class name means you'll be able to fit more characters into your message. Receiving a message is easy too. Whenever an incoming message is received, the message receiving handler will give you the content of the message and the pry wrapper of the sender. Make sure you null check the sender's pry before you use it.
Which we've done that.
It shouldn't be null, but you never know. From there, do whatever parsing you want to figure out what the message's instructions are. In the full netcode manager example plugin, also linked in the description, a player will send a message saying, "Give me the ball." When the host and the other clients receive that message, they know which car to teleport the ball to because they were able to get it from the sender's pry. That's all for the plugin development section of this tutorial. Next up is the workshop maps section.
So we've done all that. So I hate to say it, but I think it's just broken due to updates in Rocket League and the fact that the plugin hasn't been updated in 6 years, 5 years. Well, it's, yeah, I mean, so we still have like everything else, but all of this work towards getting new effects that need it, we can't do those until until this gets fixed. And unfortunately, we can't do that tonight. So I think what I'm going to do is off stream, I'm going to comment on the plugin and see if there's a fix for it. Or like comment on the plugin and see if maybe he responds. Because he works there now. And I don't want to write my own. Because that's going to be nutso to try and do. So yeah. NinjaGloppy. Hey now. Hey now. Oh, I just figured out why most mods I download don't work. You can't exactly get a plugin on iOS. Listen, if he abandoned, someone else must take the mantle. Well, I don't have a mantle to take because it's a private plugin. I don't have the source code. I can't update it. LLM says what? All of my LLM stuff has been shitty. So I'm looking at the it's kind of hard to take something that doesn't exist. Yeah. So it looks like actually back in August in the programming Discord, people were talking about it. It's possible to reverse engineer, but it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah. Okay, fine. Wait. So is this what you're using for network messaging? Yes, I am. Code with Claude. I'm not giving them any money. Right, I hacked a backdoor Claude, then vibe code with Claude. Free Claude! Hashtag free Claude. This is where I ask ChatGPT and ask what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I'm not giving them money either. But see, when you ask the LLMs these questions, you don't learn anything. Speaking of, I need to fix a ChatGPT thing for work. Sir, I have copy pasted a lot from Stack Overflow in my day, and I learned something. How to more effectively parse Stack Overflow, right? Wow, damn. Someone straight up like ported like Twitch chat to C++. Like WebSockets. So are you Chat GPT? No, sir. This is Patrick. Yeah, like I found someone just straight up like gets Twitch chat in Rocket League. Because what it does is this plugin that I just saw will We'll just show it right in game. But this doesn't help me at all. So, I need to figure out how that works on console. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. I mean, basically. Alright. Well, I think for tonight, this is where we're going to have to end. Next time we work on chat bytes, I'm working on this right here. The configurable repo location. Because I'm sick and tired of losing my goddamn database and everyone losing their coins when I'm debugging. And then, like, I delete my debug folder and oops, there it goes. So yeah. We're gonna work on that next time. That's a noble task. It is, it is. We, the people, appreciate it. I hope so. I hope so. You all, you know, spend your money and, you know, your time and whatnot, and you should be able to have a bank. So, the first thing that we are going to do tonight is say goodbye to the YouTube stream. So, goodbye, YouTube. I hope you have enjoyed watching. So, see you on Sunday.